Good morning, second graders. Today is Wednesday, April 8th, and it is week 3, day 3 in our learning packets. Today is going to be a lovely day, so I hope you guys get some time to go outside. And also today is our Zoom meeting at 10 o'clock. So we will get to do our show and tell today, and that's our theme for our meeting. So I hope you all can make it, and it will be a lot of fun. All right, here we go. Let's get started on our learning targets. So for reading and writing, like I have been saying yesterday and the day before, our learning targets will be the same all week for our reading and our writing. So our reading target is I can use what I know about spelling patterns to read and write. And our writing target is I can read, write, and understand second grade poems by myself. All right, so let's go to the worksheet for our reading. Today you only have one page and it's an ABC order page. Okay, so all you have to do is look at the words and write them on the other side, on the other column in ABC order. And the alphabet's on top to help you do that. Okay? All right, so for writing, day 3, the poem that you are reading is going to be called Down by the River. So as you see here, the top says Down by the River. Okay? So after you read that, you are going to answer some questions about it. So what do you think is down by the river in this poem? What else could be down by the river? And then make sure that you're looking at punctuation and that you're reading the poem in the right way with expression and emphasis. And then you can answer these types of questions. What do you think could make the rustle in the grass? How do you know the alligator in this poem can hear well? And then other questions that you might come up with, you can create some on your own that begin with why, how, when, what. All right, for that same poem, you need to read the poem again, and you need to focus on the word rustle. So when you read it, look for that word rustle. And then make a piece of paper or use a piece of paper to make a rustling sound. And then maybe try closing your eyes and listen to the sound of the paper makes, and we call that sound rustle. What other things do you know that rustle? I think of one right now outside in my yard. There's leaves, and leaves make a rustling sound. So then the second time you read your poem, that's the last chunk on that page. It says reading with fluency down there. So when you read it again, make sure you put a circle or underline all of the periods, the commas, the exclamation mark, the ellipses, the bold font, and all of those things. All right, and then for the reinforcing phonics, read the poem again and listen if they can hear the sound at the end of the word river. Okay, so what other poems or words in the poem have the sound at the end? Another one that they gave an example is shiver. And what other words do you know that have a long sound at the end or in the middle? Focus on words like asleep and awake. And maybe when you do those words, clap the words and ask how many syllables are in that word. Okay? All right, and then that last chunk for our poetry today is the create section. So creating, read the poem out loud again and make a song with that poem or make a tune or a rap, kind of what we did yesterday for that. Okay, make a dance, make a new song for your poem. All right, let's move on to math. Okay, so for the math pages, let's go through these kind of slowly because there's some trickier problems that might be hard for you to remember. We did do a lot of this before school was out, but I just wanted to make sure we go through it carefully so that you understand. Shouldn't be too tricky after we do a couple together. So it says the answers are on the bottom, so you do have your answer key at the bottom. Okay, those are going to be all your possible answers along the bottom. And then you need to figure out which one matches which problem. So like this number 1, it says 300 plus 50 plus 1. So you need to think, with 300 plus 50 plus 1, what would that equal? And then you look at the bottom and see if that answer that you think it is an answer that you can choose at the bottom. Do you see the number 351? Yes. So that would be the answer for number 1. You would just write 351 this way in your answer line. Okay? 351. All right, so you do those problems and then you can cross out your answer, it says. As you use your answer, just cross it out. So if I could write on my iPad, I would cross off that 351. Okay, so let's go to the next page. More hundreds, tens, and ones. So you're reading the number. You need to get your reading eyes on and read the number on the top section and write what number it matches. So that top one, what it reads is 164. So you write 164. So if I think about that, we have 164 would be the answer to the first one. All right, and then at the bottom, again, we are doing our equations, expanded form equations. And if you see some of the equations, they don't have 3 numbers in it. They have 2. So let's do number 2 together. So number 2 is 500 plus 4. Okay. So 500, what would be 500 plus 4? It would be 504, right? There's no tens in that one. So there's only 2 numbers in the equation. So if there's 5 hundreds, that would be my first number, and no tens, that would be a 0, and 4 ones, that's our last number in the ones place, 504. Okay? All right, that's another tricky one. Let's go to the last page for today, week 3, day 3 worksheet. So it's going to give you a number on this page first, and then you need to write the equation to match, and then you also need to write the number using words. Okay, so you have 4 problems that practice those skills. So let's do 522 together, the first one. So we have 522. I'm running out of room here. 522 is the number that we write, or it's the number that is on the page. Okay, and then it has 3 lines to write your equation, and then it has a long line to write the word. Okay, so I made it kind of like that. All right, so 522 is our top number that we need to write all this stuff for. So 522, the first number that we would write in an expanded form would be the number 500. You can even hear that. 500. So I write 500. Then I think 520 is that next number. So that I say out loud. So I'll write the number 20. So it says 520 and then 2. 522. Okay. And then lastly, we write 522 for the word form. 522. Okay? All right. Okay, so that's our worksheets for today. And also don't forget, besides our Zoom meeting going on today, there's another exciting thing happening this week. It's Easter on Sunday. I know some families like to do special things for Easter. It might change this year because of what's going on, but I hope you guys all enjoy your Easter weekend, and I won't be seeing you on YouTube or on Class Dojo until next week on Tuesday. Okay, so take a little break. Rest, relax, enjoy your family, and I will see you all very soon. Okay, bye-bye.